today's video, we will discuss the materials and equipment used in badminton as well as the badminton court. These are the materials and equipment that will be used in playing badminton. Number 1 is the badminton racket. Number 2 is the shuttlecock. Number 3 is the badminton shoes. Number 4 is the badminton attire. And the number 5 is the badminton net. So let us first discuss what is a badminton racket. A badminton racket is a piece of sports equipment that has a handled frame with an open hoop with a network of strings stretched tightly. It is used to strike a shuttlecock in a badminton match. As discussed in the last reporter, it was said that a racket contains of a head, a T-joint, a shaft, and a grip. Badminton rackets can be made from several types of materials, depending on the material selection. This can result in different combinations of racket weight, balance points, and string tensions. There are 5 types of rackets: lightweight rackets, heavyweight rackets, towel grip rackets, synthetic grip rackets, and the high-tension rackets. Lightweight racket, as the name implies, lightweight rackets have very minimal weight. The negligible weight means they cause almost no strain to the muscles, so they are friendly to the use even for long hours. Beginner players thus find them their ideal equipment. Their average weight lies between from 90 kilograms down to 60 kilograms. They allow a player to make swift strokes. Lightweight rackets have limited chances of causing injuries to the player. So this is an example of a lightweight racket. Next is the heavyweight racket. Unlike the lightweight types, heavyweight rackets have significant weight, but the weight is distributed to give a higher balance point. That is, the head of the racket is heavier than the rest of the frame. With more weight on the head, amateur players find the rackets demanding to control. They need a significant amount of energy to manage, but experienced players can match that demand and use them to put up a powerful play. So this is an example of a heavyweight racket. The next type of racket is the towel grip racket. The correct way of holding a badminton racket is by the handle. A towel grip racket has high absorbing material on the handle. During play, the hands sweat. The towel grip then absorbs the perspiration so that the handle doesn't become slippery. But since it absorbs sweat, it accumulates bacteria too. So to keep it clean, towel grip rackets need frequent replacement. That calls for the knowledge of wrapping a badminton racket. This is an example of a towel grip racket. The fourth type of the rackets is called synthetic grip racket. Unlike the towel type of racket, synthetic grip rackets have poor sweat absorption. As such, they don't get dirty quickly, so you need not have to change them often. But after a while, they feel smooth and uncomfortable in the palms, yet their key benefits are durability and hygiene. This is an example of a synthetic grip racket. The last type of the racket is called the high-tension racket. A high-tension racket has its strings strung to feel very tight. The tension of the strings determines the amount of energy the shuttle receives during a hit. So the tighter the string, the harder you can hit the shuttlecock. One way to test the tension of a racket is to press on the string bed and watch how deep it sinks. So this is an example of a high-tension racket. The next type of equipment is the shuttlecock. A shuttlecock is also called as birdie. It is a sports equipment which is used for playing badminton game. Shuttlecock is thrown on the opponent's half of the field through the use of badminton racket. Shuttlecock consists of a head and a tail. The tail of a shuttlecock is formed by 16 overlapping feathers, which are inserted into the head and secured with a thread. Shuttlecocks must meet special requirements under the rules of the Badminton World Federation. The materials used for the shuttle can be from natural sources or synthetic made. There are 2 types of shuttlecocks, the plastic and the feathered shuttlecocks. So as I said, there are 2 types, the plastic and the feather. Number 1 is the plastic shuttlecock. The plastic shuttlecock with foam base is ideal for novices, as it's lightweight and durable. Its foam base stands up to impact well and withstand friction with the net. Its plastic skirt is more hard-wearing and forgiving of mistakes in lining up your shot. It also gives the shuttlecock a parabolic trajectory. This is an example of a plastic shuttlecock. The next type is the feather shuttlecock. This shuttlecock is ideal for regular to intensive play in perfect playing conditions, ranging from 20 to 23 degrees indoors as well as for competitions. The weight of a feather shuttlecock varies between 4.74 and 5.5 grams. It always consists of 16 goose feathers, with dog feathers now also coming into use. It can be used to obtain a constant, accurate trajectory of a type known as parachute trajectories. This is an example of a feather shuttlecock. Differences between plastic and feather shuttlecock. Plastic shuttlecocks are far more durable compared to the feathered types which are commonly used. Feathered shuttlecocks are expensive and fray easily, especially if the wrong technique is used. Plastic shuttlecocks tend to travel shorter distances as they are heavier. Hence, they are good for building strength as you make the transition to feathered shuttlecocks. Feathered shuttlecock is much more fragile than a plastic shuttlecock. Each of the 16 individual natural feathers are prone to damage and breakage. On a typical feathered shuttlecock, once a feather is broken or displaced, it cannot be replaced. Plastic shuttlecock is typically constructed with one continuous skirt material that is stronger than natural feather material and is better able to withstand wear and tear. Even if the skirt has minor splitting, the integrity of the shuttlecock's fight is not as jeopardized as compared to when a feather is damaged or broken. Number 3 is badminton shoes. Badminton shoes are designed to give you better traction and grip to stop in time to return a shot. They should also be lightweight, have good cushioning to absorb impact when you jump or land. Remember, do not wear jogging shoes as they usually lack grip and traction. You might end up crashing through the badminton net if you're unable to stop in time to receive a drop shot. If you want to get a good grip on your badminton shoes, only wear it on badminton courts. Do not wear it for jogging or any other activities. To protect your heels, it would be wise to invest in a good pair of heel cups. While they may be expensive, they are certainly worth it as they can save you from a lot of pain. Heel cups can also help to prolong the lifespan of your badminton shoes. If you decide to invest in them, get a good pair that comes with a lifetime guarantee. This is an example of a badminton shoes. Number 4 is the badminton attire. For casual to non-competitive players, a comfortable pair of shorts and cotton or dry-fit t-shirt is sufficient. Some players may want to equip themselves with hand grips, wristbands, and ankle guards. Each of these items serves a purpose and might also add a color to the entire getup. When it comes to badminton equipment, select what is appropriate before turning your attention to aesthetics. This is an example of a badminton attire.
Another equipment needed for badminton is the net. A mesh net divides the badminton court into two sides. Badminton net is placed lower than a volleyball net with a standard measurement of 5 feet and 1 inch high on the sides and 5 feet high in the center. The net is 760 millimeters in depth and a minimum of 6.1 meters wide. The top of the net from the surface of the court is 1.524 meters at the center and 1.55 meters over the sidelines for doubles. There must be no gaps between the ends of the net and the post. If necessary, the full depth of the net at the ends is tied to the post securely. To visualize the dimensions given, the image shows the width of the net, which is 6.1 meters or 20 feet across, and it is being attached to the post with a height of 1.55 meters. At the center, the top of the net is installed at 1.524 meters or 5 feet high. In addition, the net extends for 0.76 meters or 2 feet and 6 inches in depth, and it is tied with no gaps with a pole. The badminton court is rectangular and it is divided by a net into two equal rectangular areas. The standard setting for a court is to be marked for both singles and doubles matches. The use of the court depends on the category played. The doubles uses the wider ones than that of the singles matches. However, both of the matches uses the same length. The only exception to that statement is that the doubles court has a different back serve line, which is shorter than the singles one, and this often causes confusion for new players. The badminton court is rectangular and it is divided by a net into two equal rectangular areas. The standard setting for a court is to be marked for both singles and doubles matches. The use of the court depends on the category played. The doubles uses the wider ones than that of the singles matches. However, both of the matches uses the same length. The only exception to that statement is that the doubles court has a different back serve line, which is shorter than the singles one, and this often causes confusion for new players. Next is the height of a badminton court. The height of the court is simply defined by the height of the poles that supports the net. These posts are 1.55 meters or 5 feet and 1 inch in height from the surface of the court. So the net that goes on top of the post is also 1.55 meters or 5 feet and 1 inch on the sides and has to be installed in a way that the measurement is 1.524 meters or 5 feet at the center. As mentioned, the court's height is dependent to the post that holds the net. In order to divide the court properly, it must have two poles with an equal length of 1.55 meters or 5 feet and 1 inch. The two posts that are installed to support the net need to be placed on each side of the court, on top of the sidelines, and at a distance of 6.1 meters or 20 feet. It must be installed in a way that it is equal in height so that the net will be well balanced. What is the length and width of a badminton court? The length of a badminton court is 13.4 meters or 44 feet, and its width is 6.1 meters or 20 feet. If you play singles, the width of the badminton court is reduced to 5.18 meters or 17 feet. What is the thickness and characteristics of the lines marking the court? The lines marking the court are 40 millimeters or 1.6 inches wide. They have to be preferably white or yellow in color so that the boundaries will be clear and visible. When using badminton mats, the correct mounting of a badminton mat will ensure that these measurements are correct because the lines are already marked in the mats. When it comes to badminton's court size and dimension, there is a standardized measurement given. Contrary to other sports, these sizes are fixed, so a badminton court needs to always comply with them. In football, for example, there is a range of sizes that needs to be complied with, but not a single measurement like in badminton.
Key points. Key point number 1. Badminton rackets can be made from several types of materials. Depending on the material selection, this can result in different combinations of racket weight, balance points, and string tensions. Key point number 2. The tail of a shuttlecock is formed by 16 overlapping feathers which are inserted into the head and secured with thread, may it be made from natural or synthetic. Key point number 3. The net is 760 mm in depth and a minimum of 6.1 meter wide. The top of the net from the surface of the court is 1.524 meters at the center of the court and 1.55 meters over the sidelines for doubles. There must be no gaps between the ends of the net and the post. Key point number 4. The length of a badminton court is 13.4 meters or 44 feet. The width of a badminton court is 6.1 meters or 20 feet. In playing singles, the width of the badminton court is reduced to 5.18 meters or 17 feet. Key point number 5. The tail of a shuttlecock is formed by 16 overlapping feathers which are inserted into the head and secured with thread, may it be made from natural or synthetic.